everybody. I'm Cassidy, one of your Indianapolis Colts cheerleaders, and you're watching the Bleav in Colts podcast.
Ooh, Mike, we're having trouble hearing you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, Mike?
Good. How do you guys go about balancing the traits and athleticism with the production of guys in college? It seems like generally one takes precedent, and how are those decisions made on when to take that shot?
I think it's a balance. I mean, it's obviously the traits are almost a prerequisite for us. I mean, I'm sure you guys noticed that with the draft picks we made, but the production, I think you kind of got to weigh the system the kid's been in, the level of competition the kid's been at. I think all those things play a factor in the level of production, and then obviously you're projecting out, hey, where can this kid's production get to, in our program. So I think, as you'll see, I don't think we really ever sacrifice on the traits. You guys hear Chris say that all the time. It's just a balance of the rest of the qualities that it kind of weighs where we slot the guy.
Lawrence Owen.
So with the upcoming rookie minicamp coming up, is there a different feel of importance to this minicamp being not only the number of rookies that are coming in, but the importance of the positions that they are at?
I mean, I don't know if it definitely has a different feel. I don't know if it's any more important, but there definitely feels like there's an insurgence of youth going on our roster right now, especially at the quarterback position. So I think it's different from that respect, but we're always excited to see kind of the new kids on the block, so to speak. And this year is no different, and all the tryout guys will take a good hard look at them, and if they outperform some of these guys we signed late, then they'll have a chance to crack the 90 mount.
Derek.
Hey, Kevin. So obviously Josh Downs, when you guys selected him, he's a little bit different of a wide receiver than the guys that you guys are normally used to drafting over the last several years, being a little bit smaller than everybody else. Can you kind of take us through the process of how you guys ultimately decided with him, who was advocating for him, like what set him apart from everyone else?
Yeah, I mean, I guess just to start, that the receiver position is one that the market has really, free agency, I mean, it's gone out of control in recent years. So you're seeing a lot of guys that would normally maybe be later in the draft, size-wise, that are getting pushed up. I mean, I think that trend really started a year ago with some of the smaller receivers that got pushed up high into the second, some even the first round. So, that kind of takes part in where we're slotting these guys. And then secondly, you talk to Shane. He's a big advocate for a guy in the slot that can be an option runner. And this guy, he's one of the better option runners in the draft. In the Patriots all those years, they had all their success with those little jitterbug slots. But the thing this guy can do, he can take the top off as well. I mean, he's a 4.3 40 guy, high character, catches the ball. It was pretty easy study. It was just a matter of hoping he fell to us. We wouldn't have been shocked if he went in 2, and we were fortunate to get him in 3. And I don't think there was a detractor in the room. Morocco Brown, Chad Henry, they both went into North Carolina. They both loved the kid. Probably would have taken him even higher than we got him. So it was a pretty easy study. Coaches loved him. It was one of those easy card pulls when he was still there in the 3rd round.
BetOnline.ag is your number one source for all your basketball info, stats, news, and scores. BetOnline is always your sports information headquarters this season, as we have you covered for all your sports wagering needs. Basketball, MLB, NHL, right to UFC and boxing. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games. You can play right from your home. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to get in on the action. Be sure to use our promo code BLEAV, that's BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts.
Do a few more here, Patrick.
Hey, Kevin, appreciate it. With all the changing trends to the players that you just spoke of, the smaller ones getting pushed up, how does that change your thought process to the needs of the organization?
I don't know if it changes the thought process. I mean, you're always looking for guys that can get open. You always, whether they're big or small, I mean, the receiver, you just some sort of way to make a play, to get open, to catch a contested pass. I mean, there's got to be some sort of factor to the guy's game. And I think, with how, I think kind of what you're alluding to, the amount of spread football that's going on in today's game, I don't think you have to necessarily be, that standard size, speed, strength wideout anymore. You're going to see a lot more motion stacks to get guys free off the line of scrimmage. So I think that's why, kind of what you're saying. I think that's a big reason why some of these little guys, you can take them up there and not worry about it. But as far as changing a philosophy, I don't know if it really changes a philosophy. I just think you adapt and you look for a way, the guy can get open and beat tight coverage. And this guy's a separator that can run every route in the tree, and he catches everything.
Kevin, in years past, it's been said a lot about, BPA being so important, grab that guy with the high end talent. And this year it looked like your first part of the draft, the first, 3 rounds seemed to be focused not only on obviously athleticism, but you were filling positions of need, draft pick after pick after pick after pick. Was there a little bit of a change of philosophy in this situation, or did that just how it ended up falling?
No, I think it just ended up falling that way. We had a handful of guys that we really were excited about. You get that one of those first few picks in round 2, and you sit around all day, and I mean, you're going to get one of a certain handful of guys, and we had a handful that were still there. That's why we traded back a couple times, and then we got one that we wanted. But no, I think we had enough needs that I think it was easy to fall that way, and the good thing is I think we threw enough darts at certain positions that hopefully it'll pan out.
Michael?
Kevin, what is the general feel of expectations around the building right now? Y'all have a really young team right now, added 12 rookies, really exciting rookies by that, 15 undrafted free agents mixed with some all-pro talent and veteran leadership. Might be early, but what's the level of expectation right now around the building for 2023?
I mean, I don't know if there's an expectation as much as it's, hey, let's just get these young guys better every day. I think we got the right type of guys. I think our coaches are going to like working with the caliber kid that we brought in the building, and just progress them day by day. I think we got the right head coach to develop this quarterback. And as you guys know, the organizations go, where the quarterback takes you. So day by day, and I think we got a good amount of talent. We just got to cultivate it and let these guys grow up, and eventually it becomes a locker room's team, and these young guys got to seize that. We got guys like Kenny Moore and Quentin Nelson and Darius, Shaq, that it's really their team, and it's their job to take these young guys, by the hand and show them the way.
We got 2 more here. Derek?
Kevin, so I think a lot of people want to know what the feeling was like in the draft room on that first day when, everyone was wondering what quarterback would you guys potentially take? We heard Morocco Brown say in with the next pick series there, said it wasn't like a silence, but everyone was thinking the same thing. Everyone was kind of holding their breath on what was going to happen. Can you kind of just explain that day, with everyone in the room, what was the feeling going on with, whether or not a team would trade above you, whether or not a quarterback was going to fall to you guys? Could you just take us through that?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously we knew that, there were 4 quarterbacks being talked about. Um, I'm not sure there was a consensus on any of them. And, if you went team to team, and I think it's probably flavor. We knew we wanted our guy. And, when the trade happened right before us, everybody's heart kind of stopped in the room until we heard it was Houston. And, after the pick went off, I think it's one of those moments where you sit back and you think of the things that could be, but it hadn't been yet. You know what I mean? At teams that celebrate in April and, in March and free agency, I mean, that's not the right mentality, right? We want to see this thing go through, and we know it's going to require some patience, and we got to let Shane do his thing with the guy, but we realize the upside, but we'd rather celebrate in February than April.
We'll go last one here, Justin.
Yeah, obviously, you guys like all of the picks that you make, hopefully. Which guy in day 3 was the one that you guys fell to you guys in the draft, and everybody was ecstatic about drafting them?
That's a good question. Let's see. I mean, we were excited to get all of them. I think depending on who you ask, Tommy Adebawore, there have been rumors he'd go in 2. We think he's got real upside as a 3 technique. I mean, he had a great Senior Bowl, disruptive. Despite being a little undersized, he's a strong guy. You hear Chris talk about lean mass. He's got great lean mass. Guy I was excited to get was his counterpart at Northwestern, Evan Hull. I think he can be a good rotational back. He's got 3rd down ability. He had a good Senior Bowl as well. It was a good group. I think all these guys, Darius Rush, we would have been happy taking him higher, and he fell to us. So, all these guys got a chance to contribute at different points in time. They all got traits, and they all got character.
Thanks for your time, Kevin. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate each and every one of you sitting here listening and watching these 3 interviews. It was a blast talking to Kevin Rogers, Evan Hall, and Will Mallory here for Bleav in Colts, brought to you by Bet Online. And as usual, go Colts.
Do you believe?